Hello friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Andrea C. I heart cross stitch, and today I'm going to talk about the things that I stitched in the months of February and March. The last time I made a video was on February 1st, 2020, and today's April 1st, so obviously it's been 2 months. And a lot has happened in these past 2 months. I'm going to give you a little bit of a life update first, and then I'll get into the stitching that I did. I will put timestamps below in the description box in case you're not interested in the life update. Okay, so the last time I made a video, I believe that Brandon, my little one, I say little one, he's 8 years old, but compared to the teenager who's 18, he's my little one. So he was sick the last time I made a video, and the very next day I got his cold, and it seemed like it went through the house in February. Somebody was sick. Brandon, me, my teenager, my husband, it just ran through the house. And just when we thought that everybody was getting better, everybody got sick again. And at the end of February, my little Brandon, my younger son, was sick, and then I got sick, or my teenager got sick, and then I got sick. It has nothing to do with the virus that is going on right now. It was just a cold, a really bad cold. My teenage son does have very bad asthma, and he ended up in the emergency room because it was a Sunday evening, and all the doctor's offices are closed, and his asthma was really bad. His rescue inhaler wasn't working, and we took the steps to try and make it easier for him to breathe, but he just was really struggling to breathe. So I did end up having to take him to the emergency room. And that was the weekend before, I want to say the weekend before the S hit the fan, but you know what I'm talking about. Like, I don't know, the weekend of the, 15th, 16th of March or something like that. Just like everything blew up with the whole virus. It was the weekend before that. Anyhow, but everybody's better. A little bit. Now I am going to talk about the virus that is going on, COVID-19, and how it is affecting our family and the changes that we are having to make. For my little one, Brandon, he's having a really hard time with it because he really enjoys going to school, and he's not able to do that. He really misses his friends. He misses playing with kids his own age. He misses his teachers. The only interaction, face-to-face personal interaction that he has is with me, his father, my husband, and his brother. It's just the four of us that live here, and it's really, the four of us are the only people we've been interacting with. Sometimes I'll see my neighbors downstairs, but it's kind of like you wave to each other from afar. But Brandon is having a hard time. He misses people. And we do, I do have the Zoom app on my phone, and we are able to talk with family and friends through that. But he really misses the personal, in-person kind of thing. For me, I am having to be a teacher now. I have been working from home for 7 years now. It's been, 7 years I've been working from home. I work full-time for one of the largest hospital companies in the United States, but I do patient accounting for accounts that Medicare is the primary payer. And so I've been working from home for 7 years, and But, I send the kids to school and I do my thing and the house is quiet, and it's not that way anymore, and I'm okay with that. It's just a little bit of an adjustment. Before I was working 6:30 to 3:30, and now I'm having to work from 6 to 3:30. So instead of taking an hour lunch break, I'm taking an hour and a half lunch break, and in that hour and a half, that's when I do the homeschooling with Brandon. So far, we've been able to get everything done in the hour and a half, but I do foresee me having to, at times, take a 2-hour lunch break to fit in everything that needs to be done. For my teenage son, this whole virus thing is just, he is a senior in high school. He's supposed to be graduating high school in May, and we don't know how any of that's going to work. He was really looking forward to going to prom next month. We don't know if he's going to be able to do that. We don't know if there's going to be a graduation ceremony. We don't know. So he goes to work. He works for Panera Bread, which is a chain bakery in the United States. I don't know if it's anywhere else in the country, in the world, but so he's still working at Panera. It's takeout only, no dine-in. So he's still working, and so he's still able to see his friends at work, and he's still able to see friends through the phone, but it's different. It's not like school. It's supposed to be the last 2 months of his entire school time, and he's stuck here, and so I just feel bad for him. My husband is considered an essential worker, so he is going to work every day just like normal. He carries a letter around with him from the Federal Reserve. I'm not going to say what he does or the company he works for, but he does carry a letter around from the Federal Reserve in case he is stopped or challenged by anybody saying he's not allowed to go somewhere. He would show them that letter, and it would get him through. I do have a niece that lives in, I believe it's pronounced Hoboken. My apologies if I said that wrong. She lives in New Jersey, on the other side of the Hudson River, opposite Manhattan. And she is very sick. She has pneumonia, and she has been tested for the virus, but she is waiting to hear back on that, and we are anxiously waiting to hear back on that too. She's in her late 20s, and she's married. From what I understand, her husband is taking very good care of her. Do you remember when I stitched Paris Market, and I said it was for my sister-in-law? It's my husband's sister. And this niece that lives in New Jersey, it's her daughter. Okay, so it's my sister-in-law's daughter. It's my niece through marriage. And so we're really, thinking about her and hoping that she's going to be okay. And so that's it as far as 9 minutes, and that's it as far as life updates go. So I wanted to talk about, now I believe that this might be FlossTube 44. I'm pretty sure it's probably FlossTube 44. If I'm wrong about that, I apologize. But I want to talk about FlossTube 42, the one where I did my December 2019 update, and Brandon was with me, and I was talking to you about how he hurt his head. Remember that video? Okay. So I thought that I had only gotten 2 comments on that video, which I thought was very odd because many of you comment on every single one of my videos, and I only got 2 comments on that video, which I thought was very strange. And I was watching Jemima's video, the Rocking Stitcher. Hey. And she was talking about how she had made a video and hardly anybody, she got hardly any comments. And I think that Dawn, Frosty X Stitch, mentioned to her about how comments had been put into like this separate, I don't know, category folder place, wherever, where you had to go and approve all these comments. And I was like, oh, I wonder if that happened to me. It did happen to me. I had to go on my teenage son's computer and pull up my channel on YouTube through his computer, not my phone, which is usually how I access YouTube. And there were so many comments. There were so many comments from that video, and I did not reply to them. I didn't even know that they were there until, I don't know, like 2 weeks ago. And I recorded this video in January. So my apologies to you for replying to your comments so late. And in that video, I did a giveaway. Now, many of you said that you wanted to be entered to win the tea sampler. And since I thought that I had only gotten 2 comments, one from Jemima the Rocking Stitcher and one from another lady, I believe her name is Mary. Yes, her name is Mary. And Mary said that she wanted the tea sampler, and since I didn't think that I had gotten any other comments, I informed her that she won that giveaway, and I sent that out to her. So congratulations to Mary. To all of you who said that you wanted to be entered to win the tea sampler, I'm so sorry. I did not see your comment until just a couple of weeks ago. So my apologies for that. Okay, so I do want to say who won the giveaways. I did the random comment picker before I got myself set up. So for this, Owl and Gator, you win this chart. So everybody who wins, down below, we'll figure it out. Through email or Instagram, whatever. We'll get in contact with each other. All right, so for this one, the tulips, this will go to E.F. Bauer. E.F. Bauer, you get this. So excited. When I saw that she had won this, I was like, yay, because E.F. Bauer leaves me the sweetest and kindest comments, which I just appreciate so much. All right, the deer. Oh, the deer goes to Verpy R. Congratulations, Verpy. You win this chart. The princess goes to Amanda, the lazy stitcher. Can't wait to send this to you, Amanda. Congratulations. All right, now, several videos ago, I had offered this as a giveaway, and the person who won it was Novella McCracken, and I contacted her several times, and she never got back to me. So I did the random comment picker again, and the winner of this is a name I don't know how to pronounce, so I'm going to spell it. Willemijn. If that is you, you won the dog chart. Okay. So, giveaway for this video. I have several here. The first one is this. It's another anchor design, and I just love this, but I love so many other things more than this. So I would like to give this to somebody who would like to stitch it. I would like for you to say what is the name of this? The Kitchen Garden. Okay, so if you want to win this, say, I would like to stitch the garden. So pretty. Isn't it pretty? All right. This one is called French Fancies, I think. And the pages are, if this bothers you, don't enter, but look. The pages kind of stick together because I had a sticky note in the magazine and the glue from the sticky note kind of got stuck to the page, and so these two pages kind of stick together. So if that bothers you, don't enter for this. But it's this design right here. Okay, so if you want to win this, say I would like to stitch the pastries. All right, next one up is the Pedigree of Honey. And this came from Stitcher's World magazine. I don't know what year. All right, so if you would like to win this chart, say I would like to stitch the honey. I would really love to stitch this, but so many things to stitch, so little time. We're going to call this the tulip sampler. Okay, so another tulip. Yes, I have a thing about tulips. This has a lot of specialty stitches. So if you like specialty stitches, this one is for you. There's satin stitch, zigzag something, herringbone stitch, vertical satin stitch, pin stitch, some other stuff. I don't know, but look, okay. So there's a lot of specialty stitches in this, so keep that in mind. I would like to stitch the tulips, whatever. And I have another pastry one. It's the Letter Library, and it's all about cakes and pastries and whatnot. Oh, that's the chart. But you understand what I mean. Oh, and it's numbers too. So it's the alphabet and numbers, all in these sweet little pastry things. So if you want to win this, say, I would like to stitch the alphabet. Okay? Last one. This also is extremely heavy with the specialty stitches. All right, and I was planning on stitching this, but changing up the colors. There are a lot of things that I would like to stitch more than this, so I'd like to pass it along. And it gives really good instructions on how to do these specialty stitches. So if you want to win this, say I would like to stitch the heart. All right, that's it for giveaways. Now let's get into what I've worked on for the past 2 months. What have I worked on for the past 2 months? Well, first of all, I want to show you this bag. My awesome friend Cheryl from my library stitch group made this bag for me, and I love it. Isn't that gorgeous? Now, I don't think I showed you this bag yet. I picked out this fabric. No, she got this. So I picked out this fabric from Joann's, and the lining, it's just like this cream, okay, it's just cream fabric for the inside, and I bought the zipper, you know, the internal zipper thing, and I think I gave her either a half a yard of each fabric or a full, I forget how much but I gave her the fabric, and I asked her if she could make me a project bag. And she said, of course she would. Well, I was not expecting a project bag this huge. And she also may have forgot to bring it. She also made me another project bag that matches this with the clear vinyl plastic thing. Oh my gosh, I love it. And it has this scissor zipper thing. I forgot what it's called. The, zipper pull holder thingy. Anyhow, Cheryl, if you're watching this, I love this bag. I love this bag. Okay. Inside is Red Mermaid. So I worked on my Red Mermaid in February. And I'm sorry I didn't get these things out of the bags beforehand. I've had a busy day. Let's just say that. I only worked 4 hours today, which is the only reason why I was able to make this video, because I have to work 4 hours on Saturday, and we don't have overtime available at work, so I only worked 4 hours today. And I don't know why I told you that. I forgot. Anyhow. All right. So here is my progress on Red Mermaid. And I'm gonna show you her from back here, because as I get closer to the camera, the color just blows out. So I was able to make a lot of progress in her hair. I came down, I did her back, her shoulder, and her arm. I began her breast area, and I'm working over into her hair. So she is just incredibly gorgeous, and I love working on this. It is incredibly confetti heavy and a lot of blended threads. So if those things turn you off, this is not the project for you probably. But if you don't mind that, then this project is fantastic to work on. I love it. I'm stitching it on 16 count navy blue Aida. It did not come with the kit. The kit came with 14 count. I switched it out for 16 count with a Zweigart Aida, which is a lot softer than the fabric that came in the kit. Okay, so there is that. I thank you for allowing me the few seconds to put this away. It makes it so much easier to wrap things up once the video is over, as those of you who record videos know. Alright, so next up is Good Neighbors. Now, this is my oldest project. I started this in the 90s. Here's what it will look like when it's done. And I made a lot of progress. Now, this project is fully stitched. The only thing that I have to do is finish the back stitching. And let me move this needle minder out of the way. Okay. So this needle minder I got from Megan, the wide-eyed stitcher here on FlossTube. So here's my project. I'm working on the back stitching. So I did the table, okay? I did the table, I did this column. We're talking about back stitching only. I don't remember whether I had this done or not. I don't think I did. So I did the basket, the flowers in the basket, all of the back stitching in the table, the column, all of these flowers, the back stitching here, the slats in the porch, and I began to back stitch the quilt. So there we go. And I think it's very possible for me to have this done the next time I pull it out. And if not then it will be done the time after that. Alright, so there is Good Neighbors. It's Paula Vaughn. I honestly don't know what I'm stitching it on. If I had to guess, I would say it's 18 count Aida. Okay. Oh, let me put that back. I got this project bag a long time ago from Pam, Farm Boys Love. She sent this to me. Yeah, Pam. Thank you, Pam. Love it. Okay, let me stretch out my leg. Oh, I'm wearing my, I didn't show it to you, but I'm wearing my Stitch Fest shirt. 2019 Stitch Fest shirt. Okay. All right. So, okay. I started a project. I believe I started this the day that Cutie Stitch. I know the little girl's name is Chichek. I don't remember the Chichek's mom's name. I'm so sorry. I started this on that day, the day of that Stitch Along event. It's from this chart that says, we don't know how strong we are until being strong is the only choice we have. And I started it on this fabric. Now, I got this fabric from one of the ladies at my library stitch group. Brought in a whole bunch of fabric, and from maybe, it wasn't from her stash, it was from somebody else's stash that maybe had passed away or couldn't stitch anymore. I don't remember. But I went through and I got this. It's 22 count even weave in this beautiful blue color. It's a little bit darker blue than what you're seeing. And so I started that. I am using DMC 4245, which is this. It's, how can I describe this? You are seeing it, except you're not seeing, it's, what you're seeing is more purple, and there's actually a lot of blue in this. It's blue and purple. And I got this far. I am making a change, but I don't remember what the change is. Anyhow, I am stitching this for a friend of mine. My friend, do you remember a long time ago I showed you, I got some quilt patches, and I said my friend was teaching me how to quilt. This was a long time ago. My friend has cancer. She had cancer. She's not doing chemo anymore. Oh, that's right. She's not doing chemo anymore, and they had to, she has to do like a final scan to make sure the cancer is gone, but they can't do it. Something to do with her insurance. I don't know. It's silly what's going on. And it's so dangerous for her to be around, because her immune system is really low, and she lost her job because, well, she was laid off because of the whole virus thing, and I don't know. I just feel bad for her. But anyhow, I'm stitching this for her. She's a very awesome person. She's younger than me, and she's a single parent. You know, she has a boy that's in middle school, and the kind of cancer she had, it was like blood cancer. I forgot what kind, but yeah, I'm going to stitch that for her. Okay. Now, I wanted to make a video in February to talk about this, but I did not get a chance. There was just so, I was just sick, you know, either I was sick or I was taking care of somebody that was sick, or I just was not in the right mind frame to make a video. I really wanted to talk about this, but I didn't. I did mention it on Instagram, and 2 people joined along with me in this. So February 29th is Rare Disease Day. And the reason why is because February 29th is a rare day, right? It only comes once every 4 years. And so I started an event to stitch along on Instagram, Stitch Rare 2020, and I encouraged everyone to stitch, to start a project that was rare, like if you got your unicorn chart or something that was out of print, something that was rare, or, whatever really. And so I started this. I started my Marinful on February 29th in honor of Rare Disease Day. And I did that not only to honor Rare Disease Day, but because I also have two rare, I hate the word disease, I have two rare skeletal disorders. I mean, look at the floss. Look at that. Look at, let me see if I can, look at that. Aren't those colors beautiful? Oh my goodness, I can't get, and look at this. I did the whole braiding thing that I see on Instagram. And I think there's another one. Is there another one? No, I thought there was. All right, so I had a very small start on this. And I believe it goes like this. I just started in the middle, and I'm pretty sure it is like this area right here. I had a very small start. And I got this needle minder from Gina's Unique Boutique. Very small start, but at least I started it in honor of Rare Disease Day. And I will put information on the two rare skeletal disorders that I have. I have mentioned it in the past that I have Klippel-Feil syndrome, which means that and it's a congenital disorder, which means it's something I was born with. So I was born with my cervical vertebrae fused together. Cervical vertebrae 2 and 3 are fused together, which means they are all one piece of bone. There's no disc to separate them. And I also have something called Bertolotti's syndrome, which means that the fifth vertebrae in my the lumbar portion of my skeleton is partially fused to my sacrum. So if you're familiar with human anatomy, specifically spinal anatomy, you'll understand that. And if not, there's a link below. Okay. Next, what's up next? Oh yes, I had to finish. Yay! I finished this project on March the 13th. I finished strawberry stitches. Jeanette Douglas strawberry stitches. I finished it. This was my smallest project. And because I remember, I think I've talked about this before, how I'm going to be having this rotation. Oldest project, smallest project, gift. Oldest project, smallest project, gift. And I'm going to be rotating through that month after month. So, Good Neighbors is my oldest project. Strawberry Stitches was my smallest. And, Courageous and Strong. This project is now my smallest. So, the next time smallest project comes up, I'm going to pull that out and finish it. Okay, so I finished this. Okay, it is stitched on, hold on, let me look. Okay, 32 count vintage lentil by Lakeside Linens. And here we go. Using all the called for threads. Oh my goodness. Oh, I can't get in here. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Look at that. I am so happy. I could not have done this without my friend, Carrie, from my library stitch group, who gifted me all the materials for this project. Thank you so much, Carrie, if you're watching. Now I'm going to go through this little by little, and if you'll just indulge me for a moment. Just a moment. Just a moment. Oh, I was going to be able to do it. I wanted to show you some of the flosses that I used, but the one that I wanted to show you is not, okay, yes, here it is. My apologies. Okay, this is a Silken Colors Thread Gatherers Silk and Colors Apples and Oak Leaves. Okay, and here is the floss. Okay, now that is what is used along this outer border. Do you see this outer border? That's what that is. Now I want to show you this basket weave looking stitch. I used this. Thread Gatherer Silken Colors Wintered Grass. Okay, it is so, it's like this beautiful greeny brown, and it's way more green than you're seeing. It's much browner than that. You are not seeing the true color at all. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay, there we go. There we go. That looks better. That's a lot better. A lot less green. Okay, so it's a beautiful color, and that's the color that's used here in this basket weave. This green is NPI Silks, and another green. Where's the other green? Oh, okay, here we go. In the leaves, there's like 3 colors of NPI Silks, and I wanted to show you, oh my gosh, this. Gloriana Schoolhouse Red. This is the red that's used in most of it. Okay, beautiful red. Way brighter. It's not that bright as what you're seeing. And what else did I, oh, okay. By the way, if you're ever going to stitch this project, it does call for this beautiful yellow silk, but the only time I used this was when I attached the beads to the project. That's the only time I use this. So it wasn't, if you're going to do that project, it's not necessary to get that color. It did call for wool, which I did use. Where did I use the wool? Okay. To see the back stitch right here along these 1/1 on 32 count strawberries, this little back stitched block, that is the wool. I was supposed to use that for doing strawberry stitches, the word strawberry stitches, but I'm allergic to wool, and I started doing it, and it just was not working with me. My hands started, oh my goodness. One of my eyelids is coming apart. I'm gonna have to fix that. Look. Where is it? Am I going out of my mind? No, I'm not. It's right here. Look, I'm gonna have to fix that. You see, it's coming up. These flowers in the middle were so much fun once I figured out what I was doing. It's oh my goodness, so pretty. And this, let's see, what other changes did I make? Oh, these diamonds were supposed to be stitched with the apples and oak leaves, but I changed it to be the Schoolhouse Red. And so it's done. Oh, I'm so happy, so happy. What I'd like to do is do exactly what is on the front, mount it onto mat board, and affix it to a decorative box. I would really like to do that. So one of these days I will get around to it. This whole thing has completely, I don't know, I can't even speak. It's like I wake up in the morning and I work and I take my lunch break and I teach. I go back to work, I clock out, I immediately have to take my teenage son to work. I come home, I start dinner, we eat dinner, clean up, we go for a walk, and then between whatever time it is at that time and the time I go to sleep, that's all the stitching time I have during the week. So I don't have a lot of stitching time, not like I used to. So I don't know how much progress I'm going to be able to make going forward until either the kids go back to school or it's summertime. I don't know. So the last project that I worked on, Spring Queen by Mirabilia. Now, I know why I've been having a hard time saying this. It's because I've been making it 4 syllables instead of 3. It's supposed to be Mirabilia, okay? 4. I had been saying Mirabilia. I was making it a 5-syllable word instead of 4-syllable word. I was making it more difficult for myself. It's not Mirabilia, unless that's how you say it and that makes you happy. But if I try and say it that way, then I get all messed up. Mirabilia. 4 syllables. Yeah. Much easier for me to say. All right. I don't know why I went into that, but I figured it out the other day. I heard somebody say Mirabilia, and I was like, oh, that's so much easier than how I've been saying it, Mirabilia. And then I get all tongue-tied and frustrated. Okay, so my progress on this. Look at her. Okay, I am stitching this on 28 count Spring Morning Lugana from Color and Cotton. Let me see if I can get in here. I only worked on her for, 14 days? Okay, so I finished Strawberry Stitches on March 13th. I picked her up on the 14th, and I worked on her up until March 31st. So however many days that is, that's how long I worked on this. And if you remember, she looks different than the last time you saw her. I had originally given her quite a bit of cleavage here. And I pulled this out and I began stitching this area, and I thought, you know what? A queen would not be wearing a dress that was so ill-fitting that her breasts were spilling out of it. She just wouldn't. A queen would be wearing a dress that made room for everything. Let's just say that. So I pulled out her ample cleavage and I restitched it, and I did give her a little bit of a shading right here to give her a little bit of a hint of cleavage. If you might remember, I did significantly change her face. I have explained how I did that in a previous video. I just completely redesigned the shape of her face and the slope of her chin and neck. I shortened her neck by 3 rows, so she has a significantly shorter neck than what was designed. But I basically had all of this done. So all of this dress, her arms, all of this is new. And her bouquet. Look at this bouquet. It is so beautiful. Look at those colors. I mean, spring, or that's just scream spring, right? All of those beautiful colors. And one of them is a blended color of a pink and yellow together. And when I first started stitching with it, I wasn't sure how it was going to work, but it works fantastic. Let me see if I can find a spot where I can show you. Let me see. A bit right here. You might be able to see where. Right here, it's a pink, one strand of pink, one strand of yellow together. But you see, it gives it that little bit of a hint of pink and yellow. And I just love this. But she's going to be put away until I pull her out again. But there's Spring Queen. And I would like to thank my friend Colleen for gifting me this beautiful fabric. Thank you so much, Colleen. I love this fabric, and I love that a friend gave it to me. Okay, we are 46 minutes in, and I need to show you all of the stuff that I've accumulated over the past 2 months. Now, I hope that I have enough time on my phone. My phone won't run out of memory, because I have a lot of stuff to show you. And I didn't buy it all. I did buy some of it. I didn't buy it all. One is an amazingly incredible gift. I did get this from Target. I went to the Target craft area, and it was on clearance for $3.84. But I don't know if you remember, several years ago, I stitched up the Country Cottage Needleworks Farm Fresh. And for a long time, I've been thinking about how I'm going to finish that. And I've been wanting something like this, and I finally found it. I'm going to paint it, and I'm going to, one of these days, I'm going to use this to finish Farm Fresh. Okay? And I got this for free from Joann's. I went to Joann's to buy, I don't know, floss or something, and the guy said, oh, since you spent over $10 or whatever, you can pick anything on that table, you can just take it. And I was like, are you serious? So he was, yeah, take anything on that table. I was like, I can pick it up and walk out with it. And he was like, yes. So I did. I got this. So what I'm going to do is get something and like pop these off, and frame something inside of this. So there's that. All right. My bag. Now, if you remember this project, bushel and a peck, I got the frame for it. I got it from Michael's, and here it is. It is intentionally distressed looking, so that is going to go in here, and it's going to look fantastic. So I'm really happy about that. I'm really happy I was able to find a frame for that. I don't know. I'm going to have to wait. That is a gift from my mother. She lives 2 hours north of me. And I don't want, my mother's health is not the greatest. So I don't want to drive 2 hours and give that to her and not be able to interact with her in any way. So I might wait until the whole virus thing is over before I actually take the time and effort to put it in a frame. Okay, some other stuff. Oh, I did get this. I got this from Trish from Threads Entwined. Michelle Bindi Stitchy and many other floss tubers are always talking about Trish from Threads Entwined, and I am the kind of person, I like to spread my money around. I don't always buy from 123 Stitch. I like to buy from a whole bunch of other online shops and regular shops like the Black Cat Stitchery. They do have a brick and mortar store in Wisconsin, I believe, but you can order from them online. And so I've done that before. So Trish from Threads Entwined, I got peacock and pomegranate. I have been wanting this for years. This has been on my wish list for years. And I wanted to support her shop. I wanted to make a purchase, so she had this on her shop, so I got it, and I am so happy. So happy I have that. Okay, and that is part of this. I did get this fabric. I am in the process of kitting things up. So I have a lot of charts. But I don't have the fabric and floss to go with those charts to kit them up and start them. So that is what my intention is to do going forward, is to kit up a lot of the projects that I want to stitch. And so I got this fabric. It is 16 count crystal whirlpool from Picture This Plus. If you see, it's okay, so it's sparkly, which is where the crystal comes from. And so I got this, and what am I going to stitch on this beautiful blue fabric? I'm going to put this on it. This mandala hummingbird from Awesome Pattern Studio. So I think that this and this, it's going to be stunning. And I am in the process of getting the DMC for that, so it will be all kitted up and ready to go when I'm ready to start it. And if you hear any noise in the background, it's my teenage son. He's getting ready for work. Okay, where am I going to put this? Right here. All right, next up, I've got just a large piece of 28 count mushroom Lugana. Nothing really exciting, but I got it to go with this design. I believe it's called, what is it called? I don't know. Whatever. I love this design, and I want to start it one of these days, so I can't start it unless I have the fabric and floss for it, right? So I have the fabric now. So there's that. And this one I blame on Caroline from Off the Grid Needle Arts. She's always talking about landmark design, landmark tapestries. So I went to the Celtic Hobbies website to look at all of the options that they had, and I saw this one, and the audible gasp. Now that's how I know when it's a design that I absolutely have to stitch. When I see it and I do that audible gasp. I'm taking it out of the plastic so you don't see a glare. But it's this one. It's the stained glass sunflower. I am so excited to have this because it was always sold out. Whenever I would go to the Celtic Hobbies website, like every week, like once a week, every Friday I would go onto the website to see if this chart was available, and it was never available. It was just, so I went one time, it was available, and I snapped it up. I cannot wait to start that. Look at that. Look at the colors in that. Oh my goodness. So happy. So happy. And I don't remember. Oh, yeah, that's right. I made the order with 1, 2, 3 stitch to get that fabric. The two fabrics that I showed you, the blue one and the mushroom Lugana. And I was like, all right, so I'm ordering 2 pieces of fabric. I might as well get a chart too, right? And so I got this. I've been wanting this forever. It's from Crossed Wing Collection, Green Kingfisher. This has been on my wish list forever. I'm so happy to finally have it. I love it. I love it. Look at that. Sorry about the glare. So pretty. Okay. What's up next? Yes. Teresa Kitten Stitcher was having a sale on her website. Her kittenstitcher.com, she was having a sale, so I went and I had a look around. This was on sale for $5. This was on sale for $5. Barbara Anna Designs. Again, this has been on my wish list for years. I'm so happy to finally have it. I like this place. I love this design. I'm so happy. Yeah, I'm so happy. I'm so happy to finally get all of these charts that I have been wanting forever. Okay. Last thing I purchased. This was a huge unicorn for me. I became aware of this design after it went out of print. And it is Coastal View from Dimensions Gold Collection. I saw this on Christine Every Stitch of Pleasure. And I don't know, it was a long time ago. A year or two ago, she showed this. And I was like, oh my gosh, I have got to find that. And that's when I realized it was out of print. And it was being sold for astronomical amounts of money on eBay. And so I waited, and I waited patiently. And none other than the awesome Michelle Bindi Stitchy posted this on one of her D-stash thingies. And I snapped it up as fast as I possibly could. And I am so happy to have this. Look at this. Look at this. I'm sorry for the glare. I have two, look, okay, you see, that's, look at the glare. That's kind of like my forest. You see my forest? I live right next to a nature preserve. And you see my lamp and another window. Okay, you're done looking at the glare. But I'm so happy to finally have this. So happy. Thank you so much, Michelle, for posting it on your D-stash at a reasonable price, so I was able to get it. Okay, now, if you have been watching for a year or so, you have seen all of my projects, because I try and work on all of my, last year, I worked on all of my projects. And if you've been watching me from the beginning, you'll say, wait, you missed one. There was one missing. Queen Anne's Lace. Didn't you have a project called Queen Anne's Lace by Lavender and Lace? I haven't seen you working on that in a long time. You would be right. That is because it is no longer a project of mine. I lost my love for that project. And I found her a new home. And I came in contact with an incredibly amazing, generous stitcher who I knew would really love that project. So I asked her if she wanted it, and she said yes. And so I sent Queen Anne's Lace to her, expecting nothing in return. Expecting absolutely nothing in return. All I wanted was for Queen Anne's Lace to find a new home with somebody who would appreciate her. And this stitcher, despite all of the things that she is going through in her life, which is considerable, she found the time to send me a thank you gift, which was absolutely unnecessary, but incredibly awesome, and I'm just so grateful. I'm just so grateful. You know who you are. You asked me not to say your name, so I'm not going to say your name, but thank you so much for what you sent to me. I'm going to go through it now. She sent me this kit from Luca S. Does she know me or what? That just looking at this kit makes me so happy. I mean, look at the colors in that. I am going to love every single stitch in this. Thank you so much. I love this. I love it. I love it. she also sent me fabric. And one of them is this. Ale. Now, this is the first time I've ever seen ale in person. I don't think I have, unless I have and I didn't realize it. Okay, so this is ale. It is 32 count. It's a 32 count fat quarter of ale, and I know exactly what I'm going to stitch on it. This. Oh, it's going to be epic. It is going to be epic. Okay, let me find it. Give me a second. I don't remember where it is in the magazine. So indulge me for one moment. There we go. Look at that. Okay, on ale. Now, I got this, do you remember I got this from Pam, Rose City Stitcher here on YouTube, FlossTube. Okay, she sent me this because this was a unicorn, and she sent it to me, and now I have the fabric for it. You guys don't even know. You don't even know how excited I am to have that. Okay, so thank you. You know who you are. Thank you. And all of this. Look at this. This is Silk Weaver's 36 count. It doesn't have a name, but it is the most beautiful gray-brown fabric. I mean, it is gorgeous. It is gorgeous. Look at this. It's grayer and browner than what you're seeing. You know what? You guys may not know this about me, but I love ravens and crows, and I think that I just wish I could find a design that was just like a giant raven. And it would look so good on this. Or maybe I could like cut it in half and do like a raven on one side and a crow on the other. It would just look so epic on this fabric. Oh my gosh. Thank you again. Okay. And this 28 count Lugana Crystal Carnival from Picture This Plus. Look at that. It's a beautiful pink and peach and blue. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. It looks like a sunrise. It looks like a sunrise. Oh my gosh. I love it. I love it. And this, which I've never worked on fabric like this before, and I don't know what I would put on it, but she sent me this. I'm saving this one for last. Okay. This one is from Sparkly's. What time is it?
It's like 15.
Okay. I'm almost done. All right. Sparkly's. I don't know what the name of it is. I'm sorry. It's a beautiful blue. I know exactly what I'm putting on this. I'm putting a Mirabilia Mermaid on this. The one Deepest Love. I have Deepest Love. I'm putting Deepest Love on this. It's going to be epic. I'm so happy. I'm so happy to finally have fabrics to start projects that I've been wanting to start forever. And just, I never get around to getting the fabrics, you know. I'm just more into like buying the charts. And I'm so happy to actually have the fabric. And I didn't buy this. It was gifted to me, but I'm so thankful for it regardless. So, okay. And here is the next one. It is from Color and Cotton. It is Pumpkin Souffle. And it's way brighter than what you're seeing. You're seeing a burnt orange kind of color, and it is more of a tangerine orange kind of color. I wish it was that color that you're seeing. I'm not sure what I'm going to put on this. If I can't figure out what to put on it, I will use it in a giveaway. but it's really beautiful. Maybe something monochromatic. Okay, last but not least, this. This is another Sparkly's fabric, and it is purple and orange. Oh my gosh. Y'all, I have been looking for a purple and orange fabric for years, and I wish I had the book with me. It is Ethan.
Yeah.
The safari book. Can you please bring me the safari book?
Right.
Just give me 1 second. Okay. So for years, I have been looking for purple and orange fabric so that I could stitch a particular design on it.
This?
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
Just,
Here you go.
thank you. Okay. It's this one. I have been in, okay, so years, guys. I've had this book for years, and as soon as I saw it, I thought, I want to stitch that on purple and orange fabric because it kind of looks like a sunset, right? So the sky is kind of like purple and orange, as if you were, an African sunset where the sky is like purple and orange, and it's, oh my goodness. Okay, do you see it? Do you see what I'm talking about? Okay, see this? On the purple and orange. It is going to be, I told my husband and I explained it to him, and he wasn't seeing it, but I see it. I see it. I see that leopard going on this fabric, and it's going to be awesome. If you think I'm wrong, please tell me. If you think it would be a mistake putting that on this fabric, let me know. Okay? Let me know. But I think it's going to be fantastic. All right. I'm done. I'm pretty sure I'm done. Let me look at yes, I'm done. And I'm a little bit over an hour. I want to thank you so much for spending this time with me. I know there's so many floss tubers out there. There's so many floss tubers, and the fact that you took your time to watch my video means the world to me. Thank you so much for your comments, the support that you've given me. In October, it will be 5 years for me on FlossTube. 5 years of making these videos, and I couldn't do it, and I wouldn't do it without your support. So I thank you so very much. I hope you have a wonderful day. Please stay healthy, stay well, take care of yourselves, stay inside. If there's anything I can possibly do for you, let me know. For those of you who live near me, if I can get you groceries, if I can do chores or errands for you, please let me know. I have no problems doing that. We're already doing those things for our in-laws, my husband's parents. So please, everybody, stay safe and stay healthy. I love you all so much. Thank you very much for watching my video, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye.